But the whole thing started as a joke. But then the response that I received from my videos on gay marriage, particularly from Bangladesh, which was gratifying, and on Islamophobia was really overwhelming and has changed the game a bit. But it did begin as a joke. I think I understand now a tiny bit of what Donald Trump must feel like about his campaign. And both of our endeavors remain the stuff of comedy. So let's talk about his elections for a bit then. So I would like to say that if I ever got to meet Donald Trump, I would give him a piece of my mind. But he's already taken a piece of my mind. I mean, I already have to forget that I'm a brown Muslim every time I hear him speak so that I can be entertained instead of being outraged. And I also have to forget that I'm an economist with some passing respect for facts grounded in reality every time he opens his mouth. He was in the news again this week, this time because he saw it fit to share with us his opinion on abortion. Donald Trump would be the last person that I would go to learn about women issues, or any issues really. But there was one piece of information that came up that sort of went under the radar. Apparently, he sleeps for only 4.5 hours every night. He is exactly like a grad student. Think about it. His ideas are scorned by learned superiors. He's thought to be a burden by the establishment. His relationships are very unstable. He is one of us, don't fight him. But mostly, and this is what makes him most like a grad student, he's an obnoxiously arrogant prick. His funniest thing was that Islam hates USA, not Muslims or some Muslims. Islam hates USA. Now, I do not know what version of the Quran he has, and it doesn't matter because he doesn't read books anyway. But I do know that love thy neighbors is an injunction in Islam. It did not come with a footnote unless you're Canada or Mexico. You don't know where he's getting it from. But there is something that I do like about him, and that is that he makes all the other douchebag Republican candidates extremely uncomfortable who are standing beside him on the podium. Speaking of which, what is the point of these Republican debates? And why can I not stop watching them? People tell me that debate and dialogue is good for fostering a democratic environment, but you need some facts grounded in reality for that to be true. It's like saying being overweight is good for you because your body has to burn more calories to keep you alive. You're missing the point of burning those calories in the first place. And they miss the real issues. I recall just one debate talking for some time about global warming, and Marco Rubio said that he does not think of USA as a plant that needs to be shut down. Well, good. Otherwise, Donald Trump would have relocated the USA to China. But USA is batshit crazy, which is why I'm so glad that I'm here in Canada instead. Although I'm not sure whether Kevin O'Leary feels the same way about me being here. But Canada has its own share of eccentricities, but by and large, they're harmless. So I love black coffee. I cannot begin the day without it. But this message was not sponsored by Second Cup of Bala. If you like black coffee. But I recently found out that light black coffee is apparently stronger than dark black coffee. Why would you do that? I'm pretty sure it doesn't work that way with beers. Light beer is stronger than nothing. Not that I would know, I do not touch that stuff. I have been informed reliably by people who have that stuff all the time. You know, I think God was really looking out for us when He made sure that brown people cannot blush. So the other day, I was having a late night pizza at the pizza place near the place where I live. And 2 police officers walked in, and I could tell that they were extremely exhausted. And they told me, I got into a friendly chat with them, they told me that it was a very busy night for them because it was a full moon night. And apparently people become really violent on full moon nights. I swear, I do not make this stuff up, comedy happens to me. And I could not help but feel that this was a veiled threat aimed at me because the only people I know of who still follow the lunar calendar are the Muslims. And we are hairy enough to be mistaken as werewolves. So I asked the 2 police officers, is it also true that on full moon nights, police violence goes up? The conversation was no longer friendly after that.